Hello, everybody. My name is Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP, and I'm here today with Nicola Cadwell from Purely CRM.
Hi, thanks, Rick. Nice to be chatting with you today.
Nicola, tell everybody about your Dynamics 365, mostly CRM CE sales, whatever we're calling it these days, your journey, because you've had a pretty interesting journey.
I was very fortunate. I started out as an accountant back in the UK. After about 6 years, decided that the what I thought was the mundane, repetitive, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly process wasn't really for me. We were implementing a new accounting application at the time, which just happened to be Great Plains. And I got to know the implementation team and thought, you know what? I could do this. This looks really interesting. So, following from that, I was lucky enough to get a position with Microsoft in the UK, and I joined the SMB solution consultant team. And I was just fortunate. I got given Microsoft CRM.
And what
So
year,
that was
what
my
year was
product.
that, Nicola?
That was in about 2001, 2002. So
Okay.
I've been living, breathing Microsoft CRM, Dynamics, CE, whatever we want to call it these days, for, oh wow, 21 years. It
Wow.
is, isn't it? 21.
So
Wow.
you were
Okay, saying
working
it
with
out
the
loud is a long
you were
time.
kind of working with the product before I'd say it was really a finished product.
Yes. So it was the primary team was out in the US, but because we had a large practice in the UK and we were one of the first after the US to get the product, we were actually brought in to, have a look at it before it was made public. So from the very
So
beginning.
when you hear these young people working with the product today complaining about something, you're thinking, oh well, they don't know. They have no idea.
They have no clue what we had to go through all those years ago. But I have to say, the product now is amazing. I absolutely love it. And I will admit that we were all complaining back in the day,
Yes.
everybody. Although we
Yes.
saw we saw the future and we saw what it could do, there was a lot of frustration on everybody's parts
Okay. So
back in those days.
you're a principal at Purely CRM. So let's talk about how did you get to Purely CRM? And let's talk about your journey.
So I moved from the UK after I left Microsoft in 2005. So I've been in Vancouver about 16 years now, and I just wanted to continue with Microsoft CRM. So I joined a company when I first moved to Vancouver. I did some CRM work there, and then after a while, decided that I was going to go independent. There was, I wanted to be completely in with CRM. And I felt that going independent was the way that I could actually get more projects, be immersed in it. And I just kind of became known a little bit in Vancouver as one of the people to go to. Not, and I met on a project Ron DeGiusti, who's one of the founders of Purely CRM. And he was setting up the company with Alan, Marty, and Rob at the time. And they said, look, come and join us. And I thought I'd done 6 years of independent, and I really wanted to join a team, but I wanted to join a team where I knew they knew what they were doing. I wanted to be part of a specialist team, and I wanted to know that the people that I was going to be on projects with were people who knew what they were doing with Microsoft CRM.
So that
And
what year was that?
that was 2014.
Okay.
So we've been going 8 years. At the beginning, we were more what I used to say that we were a boutique consulting company. And we are still to some extent. We only do CRM. So that's our name, Purely CRM. And we only do Microsoft technologies. So we don't touch any of the other CRM applications that are out there.
So
We're
you're
growing though.
Purely CRM.
We absolutely are. As the name says, yes, we are the people that you go to if you're looking for specialist, specialist implementations. We
So
don't. Go ahead.
okay, so let's talk a little bit about 2014 to 2022. You've been in business for 8 years. Let's talk about what's gone on in the last 8 years and where are you today?
So we actually were lucky enough to be able to run from the very beginning because we were all in the Dynamics CRM space at the time. We all came with projects. So from day one, we actually had projects under the Purely CRM name. So we've been growing ever since. Pre-pandemic, we were growing, on a nice scale. We were more a sort of a work-life balance. Everybody was happy doing what they were doing. And then when the pandemic hit, again, we were extremely fortunate. We didn't really see a downturn. We had projects on the go at the time, and we were lucky enough to continue to get new projects through the pandemic. But since then, during the pandemic, we actually made a conscious decision that we really wanted to go and grow and see what we can do with our company. So for the past 3 years, we've been growing at a much faster rate. We are still heavily recruiting at the moment. We've had several new team members this year. We've grown all 3 teams, the PMO, the development team, and the functional consultant team. We've also got 2 new team members joining us in January. So so our focus now is to grow the business and become one of the largest specialist Microsoft CRM practices in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, excellent. And you know what? I think you'll go beyond the Pacific Northwest because these projects tend to be not just, local in nature, they tend to be global. So
Absolutely.
What do we got going in 2023 for Purely CRM?
Growth. So we're looking at expanding our team, which is happening at the moment. We're also looking at our new branding and our new website. So we're in the process, hopefully sometime this month, of doing a relaunch of our website. Our original one is 8 years old, and it doesn't really say who we are and what we're doing now. So we wanted to do a new launch. You'll see on my backdrop of my video here that we've got the new logo, which is coming out shortly. So we're just growth. We're going to be focusing on our 2 streams. We focus on both having direct client projects where we do the full implementation from pre-sales through to project management, implementation, development, post go live support. We also have another stream within our company, which also is very successful, is we work with the larger partners who are able to get global projects with some very large companies, which the size we are at the moment, we would struggle to be able to engage directly with the large global players. So we're very much a team that goes hand in hand with large system integrators. So we will either become their CRM team for them, or we will place specialist resources within their team to ensure that when they're working with their clients, that their clients know they're getting the best that they can get in the Dynamics CRM space.
Okay, outstanding. I'm looking forward to seeing more growth from Purely CRM in 2023, and I'm sure we're going to be back at some point finding out what's new at Purely CRM.
We will come back in 12 months and let's have another chat and see how we do, but we're super excited for 2023.
Okay, mark it on your calendar.
Thank you very much, Rick. It was lovely chatting with you today. Bye-bye.